Good morning, children. Welcome to today's session of class 9th chemistry. Today's topic is evaporation. What is evaporation? Evaporation is the process of liquid changing into vapor or gas even below its boiling point. So, what is evaporation? Liquid changing into vapor below its boiling point. Then what is boiling and what is the difference between evaporation and boiling? In boiling also, the liquid changes into vapor. Liquid changes into vapor, but this happens at boiling point. Boiling point. So this is boiling and this is evaporation. So when liquid changes to vapor at any temperature below boiling point, it is called as evaporation, and when liquid changes to vapor at its boiling point, it is called as boiling. So this is the difference between evaporation and boiling. Now, what are the factors that affect evaporation? Factors affecting evaporation. Let us see one by one. Number 1, temperature. What happens when we increase the temperature? When we increase the temperature, the rate of evaporation increased. So actually what happens when the temperature of the liquid is increased? When the temperature of the liquid is increased, more particles of the liquid get enough kinetic energy to get into the vapor state. So this will increase the rate of evaporation. Thus we can say that rate of evaporation is increased with increase in temperature. Now, the second factor is surface area. What happens if you increase the surface area? Now, let us consider a liquid, say water. If I keep it in a bowl, and if the same water, if I spread it on the floor, what will happen? Will the rate of evaporation be same in both the cases? Definitely not. You will see that the water which is present in the bowl, it takes much longer time to get evaporated than the water which you spread on the floor. So, from this we can come to the conclusion that the rate of evaporation increases with increase in surface area. Increase with increase in surface area. Now, what is the third factor? The third factor is the humidity. Now, what is this humidity? Humidity of the air tells us about the degree of dampness, how much amount of water vapor is present in the air. So, when the humidity of the air is low, then the rate of evaporation is high and water vapor evaporates more readily. But when the humidity of the air is high, that is the dampness is more in the air, then the rate of evaporation is low and water evaporates very slowly. So what happens? Rate of evaporation, what happens? It increases if humidity is low. So this was about the third factor. Now let us come to the fourth factor. Wind speed. Wind speed. What happens? If there is an increase in wind speed, what will happen? The particles of the water vapor move away with the wind, decreasing the amount of water vapor in the surroundings. So, we can say that increase in wind speed increases the rate of evaporation. So, rate of evaporation increases with wind speed. So these are the four factors which affect the rate of evaporation. So what was the first factor? Temperature. Second, surface area. Third, humidity. And fourth is wind speed. Now cooling is caused by evaporation. Cooling caused by evaporation. Let us understand this by taking an example. If everybody must have experienced, most of you must have experienced that when nail polish remover falls on your hand, what happens? You feel very cool. Why does this happen? This is due to the fact that there is a change from the liquid to the vapor state. The nail polish remover or the spirit requires some heat for vaporization. From where does it take the heat? The nail polish remover or the spirit takes the heat of vaporization from our hand. So we feel cool. So we can say that cooling is caused by evaporation. The first example which we saw was when spirit falls on our hand, we feel cool. Let us take another example. We have seen that during hot summer days, water is usually kept in an earthen pot to keep it cool. How does it get cooled? The earthen pot, as you know, has a large number of small pores in its walls. So what happens? Some of the water continuously keeps seeping through these pores to the outside of the pot. The water evaporates continuously and takes the latent heat required from the vaporization from the earthen pot and the remaining water. In this way, the remaining water loses heat and gets cooled. This is an example of cooling caused by evaporation. So, another example which we took is that water kept in earthen pot. I hope all of you must have understood this example. So these are the two examples which I took to explain about the cooling caused by evaporation. So I hope all of you must have understood about this evaporation and the factors affecting evaporation and how cooling is caused by evaporation. Thank you.